Welcome to a bonus episode of Greens and Grain, the show where we chase great golf, fine whiskey, and the stories that live somewhere between the final putt and the first pour. I'm your host, Brian Bailey, and today's episode is a certification request. That's right, we're putting a Pinehurst pub to the test to see if it earns the sweet GolfCask stamp of approval. We're talking about Drum Quill, the kind of spot that calls you after 18 holes like a well-aged single malt whispers from behind the bar. And here's the deal. Members of the Green and Grain Society can join me and the GolfCask crew on trips just like this. We travel, taste, toast in the name of great stories, and maybe a little putting redemption. Membership comes with perks, pours, and plenty of pub talk. So let's walk in from the fairway, step into the buzz of a real golfer's pub, and see if Drum Quill deserves the GolfCask certification stamp of approval. Cheers. By the end of the 18th hole, we needed two things, a proper pour and a proper plate. Pinehurst did its job, humbling and thrilling as always, and as we walked off the green with tired legs and full hearts, one word rang out to the clubhouse bell, pub. And in Pinehurst, that means Drum Quill. The 19th hole buzz, our first impression. Walking into the Drum Quill, you immediately feel it. This is a golfer's pub, not a tacky golf-themed spot, but a genuine, weathered tavern where conversations fly as freely as a high draw on a forgiving par 5. This place was buzzing, locals, loopers, and likely a few scratch players all filling the air with post-round analysis and pre-round banter. Atmosphere rating, 4.0 out of 5. Birdie, solid strike, good pace, a natural line into the cup. As we pulled up a seat at the bar, I naturally started with what matters most. The whiskey list. Our bartender Isaiah walked us through their selection. Respectable, legit, approachable, yet with some depth. I went for a High West double rye, double oak finish, a prelude to next week's sensory tasting we're hosting here inside of GolfCask.com. Bartender built an old-fashioned with care, not flair. I respect that. No flaming oranges or dramatic smoke domes, just a well-balanced, spirit-forward drink with the right amount of bitter and sweet. Overall, I would say the whiskey selection was a 4.0. It had a good mix of Scotch, Irish, and American whiskeys, bourbons, and ryes. They had some fine top-shelf pours, as well as good pours coming out of the well. You can definitely find a good cocktail or enjoy your whiskey neat. So I guess we'll call this segment From Greens to Greens, and a burger. Let's place our order. I'll admit it, I went with the black and blue salad. Yes, I know, it's a pub and I ordered a salad. But listen, after chasing pins and dodging bunkers, sometimes you need greens that don't have slope. Medium rare steak was on point, sliced with skill and still juicy, salad with crisp and fresh lettuce, a fine fairway of flavor. I would give the food a 4.0 out of 5, a birdie. Chef got it done. My son, however, went full throttle. Breakfast burger and fries. His review? Burger got a 3.5, a birdie/par. And that's saying something. He is kind of a burger snob, in the way that I'm also a cask snob. So this is a high compliment. Fries, 2.5, par bogey. He is a harsh critic, especially with fried stuff. Thinks he's the Anthony Bourdain of crinkle cuts. So, food overall, we'll give it 3.5 out of 5. A par birdie. Well done. Let's wrap this up. Did they earn their certified pub status? All totaled up, we gave Drum Quill a 3.5 out of 5. Which is just as likely to make par as birdie. And that earns it our GolfCask certified label. It's the kind of place that hits you just right after a round. A bar that feels like it belongs in a golfer's story. Whether it's a pint, the pour, or the playlist of conversations around you. Would I go back? Absolutely. Would you bring a foursome? Without hesitation. Would you order the salad again? Well, maybe not. Next time I might taste the burger for myself. Until then, raise a glass and aim for the center cut. Cheers from Pinehurst. And find time to visit Drum Quill.